Once upon a time, in a quiet town in America, there lived an old carpenter named John Miller. For over 40 years, John had dedicated his life to building beautiful homes. He wasn't famous, but everyone in the community respected him. His hands were rough, his back slightly bent, but his eyes always carried warmth and kindness. John had spent decades working for the same construction company. He built houses not just with wood and nails, but with care, honesty, and love. For him, each project wasn't just about a paycheck. It was about creating a home where families would laugh, grow, and make memories. But time, as always, catches up. John was getting older, and he knew it was almost time to retire. His boss, Mr. Anderson, valued John deeply. One morning, Mr. Anderson said, "John, you've been our most loyal worker. But before you retire, I have one last request. Could you build just one more house for us?" John paused. He was tired. For the first time in his life, he felt his motivation slipping. He had already given his best years, and he wanted to rest, spend time with his grandchildren, and enjoy peaceful mornings without the sound of hammers and saws. Still, out of respect, he agreed. "All right," he said, "I'll do this one last project." But something was different this time. John didn't put his heart into it. He worked half-heartedly, using cheaper materials, cutting corners here and there. Thought, it's just my last job. It doesn't really matter. The house was finished, but it wasn't like John's other masterpieces. From the outside, it looked fine, but deep down, John knew it wasn't his best work. He didn't feel proud when he looked at it. When the project was completed, Mr. Anderson came to visit. He handed John a small box with a smile. "John," he said, "this isn't just another house. It's my gift to you. The company wants you to have it. After all these years of loyalty and craftsmanship, this is your home." John froze. His hands trembled as he opened the box and saw the keys. For a moment, he couldn't believe it. The house he had built so carelessly, the one where he had cut corners, was supposed to be his own. A heavy silence filled the room. John's heart sank. Regret washed over him. If only he had known this house would be his. He would have built it with every ounce of love, precision, and dedication he had shown all his life. That evening, as John sat on the porch of his new house, tears welled up in his eyes. He whispered to himself, "If only I had given my best. I wasted my final project." And then he realized something profound. Life itself is like building a house. Each day, each action, each choice is like placing a brick or driving a nail. Sometimes we're tempted to cut corners, to give less than our best, thinking it doesn't matter. But one day we find ourselves living in the house we've built. The walls are our habits, the foundation is our character, the roof is our integrity. And when life hands us the keys, we must live with the home we've created. John's story became a quiet reminder to everyone in the town. He never complained or blamed anyone. Instead, he spent the rest of his days teaching young builders, telling them, whatever you do, whether it's your job, your family, or your dreams, build it with your whole heart. Because one day, you'll live inside the life you've built. Years later, whenever children passed by John's house, they would often hear him laugh and say, "Don't ever cut corners in life, kids. Build strong, build true, and build with love." And that was John's final gift, not the house but the lesson. Moral of the story, every day we're building our future. The question is, are we building with care, honesty, and love, or are we cutting corners? Because in the end, the life we live is the house we built.